Good morning, folks. It is 3:02 in the morning on the 31st of March. Just waking up. Daphne's still in bed. But we're gonna leave for the airport pretty soon, get to El Paso.
I heard a ringing bell this morning, and it woke me from a dream. And in that dream I heard a warning, saying leave the rest, take only what you need. So keep on singing to those who listen, 'cause you can make it on your own. Time goes slowly, the world gets lonely when you got no one on your side. You gotta love one another, sister and brother, 'cause you only got one ride. I heard the falling rain this evening.
That would be a real good shortcut. Alright, well, a bit of a plot twist here from Dallas. I pulled up my Amtrak reservation to get me from El Paso to Lordsburg tomorrow, which will be April 1st. I wanted to pull up the reservation and just kind of make sure it was all set, and when I went on their website it said no reservation found. So that was pretty concerning, so I called Amtrak, double-checked my ticket, and I booked my Amtrak ticket from El Paso to Lordsburg on the 1st of March, not the 1st of April. Today is March 31st. Tomorrow is the 1st of April, and this is a train that does not run every day. This train only runs every 3 or 4 days or something. So my shuttle to get to the trailhead is on the 3rd of April from Lordsburg, and the only train that leaves before the 3rd leaves today from El Paso to get to Lordsburg, and leaves El Paso like at 1:40 something. My plane just pulled up and is deboarding the previous flight right now, and it's supposed to land in El Paso at about 12:30. So I'll have about an hour and 10 minutes to get from the train station to the or from the airport to the train station, and hopefully that'll be great. I just called my brother's in-laws, with whom I was going to be staying in El Paso, and they're on board to give it a try anyways and see if that hour will be enough to make this happen. Otherwise we'll have to reassess. So they're basically going to load up the big box with my pack in it and another package that I had sent to them. They're going to load all that up in the car, meet me at the airport, and we'll go straight from the airport to the train station. Hope for the best. So yeah, shame on me really, but we'll see how it goes. Well, it is 12:28. Just made it to El Paso. Ooh. 12:28. Just making it to El Paso. Another change. I think I am gonna spend the night with my brother's in-laws here in El Paso, and then just grab a Greyhound tomorrow. Just makes a lot more sense. I'm not sure what amenities Lordsburg needs, and I haven't had a chance to like triple check the gear that I sent here. So tonight I can kind of hang out with family. See El Paso for the first time ever, just a little bit, and then tomorrow at 1 o'clock be on a bus to Lordsburg. All right, we'll get going.
To get into, it's the port of entry.
Oh,
okay. La canción soltera. Sabe que ella no está puesta para el amor. Yeah, yeah. Pero eso cambiará cuando Que llamé a Cupido a pedirle un favor. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Esperando tu DM, pa' que invites una ronda más, pa' que su labio me desea y se repita lo de ayer. Esperando tu DM, pa' que la noche haga lo suyo, que la fluidez le gane al orgullo y que sea lo que tú quieras ser. Repetiría una mil veces la noche que te vi. Sabía que era ese hombre que me hace reír y me hace creer que yo soy la mujer que se merece algo puro y no solo pa' comer. Y yo lo quiero, ya no va conmigo. Ya quiero ese hombre que me sepa amar, que me además de novia también sea amigo. Su susto no veo, qué casualidad. Qué rico es tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse. Se siente mágico solo al abrazarte. Tú has prendido eso, llama que arde.
Alright, well, my pack and the rest of my gear is in this big box. And I was thinking maybe I'd break it out of the box for this little quarter-mile jaunt on down to the, whatever it is, Econo Lodge, I think, here in Lordsburg. I guess I'll just see how far I get humping it this way. But I'm not going to be recording. I got to cross under Interstate 10. And yeah, about a quarter mile, as I say. So I'll check in with you over at the Econo Lodge.
Que tú a tus amigos te dicen nada. Yo voy a llorar un río como maná. Te pillo a ti, te adoro y lo sabes bien. Y me aseguro no te dieran otra vez. No me digas que no, pues que el miedo lo total. Que tuvo sentido por mi bebé. Yo pa' ti estoy. No puedo vivir.
Alright, folks. Well, here we are at the Econo Lodge in Lordsburg, New Mexico. Just got in myself. This big box that you saw me carrying is my pack and all that sort of equipment that I actually shipped down to my wife's in-laws in El Paso. Thank you very much, Sam and Michelle, for putting me up and feeding me for a night. For a quick little tour, yeah, pretty basic, pretty straightforward. Just about right for me, though. I don't need much. I did run into another hiker here, Scout. Didn't get much bio from him. I mean, I was checking in and he was kind of walking out. I do understand that he's going to be hiking south from Lordsburg to Crazy Cook and then picking up that shuttle northbound from Crazy Cook and coming back to Lordsburg and then continuing a northbound hike up to Canada from there, hopefully. So I'll see if I can track him down. We talked about maybe grabbing dinner or something. But first and foremost, I got to dump out this box and take inventory of my gear and make sure I'm all packed up. According to the plan, I should have one day off here tomorrow in Lordsburg. Another night right here in this very same room, and then on the 3rd, get on trail. 6:30 in the morning is the shuttle. So, anyways, I'll get settled in and I'll check in.
Que llamé a Cupido a pedirle un favor. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Esperando tu DM, pa' que invites una ronda más, pa' que su labio me desea y se repita lo de ayer. Esperando tu DM, pa' que la noche haga lo suyo, que la fluidez le gane al orgullo y que sea lo que tú quieras ser. Repetiría una mil veces la noche que te vi. Sabía que era ese hombre que me hace reír y me hace creer que yo soy la mujer que se merece algo puro y no solo pa' comer. Y yo lo quiero, ya no va conmigo. Ya quiero ese hombre que me sepa amar, que me además de novia también sea amigo. Su susto no veo, qué casualidad. Qué rico es tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse.
Hey, pup. All right, good morning, folks. It is the 2nd of April. I'm in Lordsburg, New Mexico. I'll be here just one more night today, and then starting the trail on a 6:30 a.m. shuttle out of town tomorrow. I met one other hiker this morning. His name's Joe. He's out from Colorado. Yeah, man, this is a small town for sure, 2,700 or so, population of 2,700. But I was reading a little bit about the history of the town on Wikipedia, and kind of an interesting history for a town this size. I mean, they opened the first airport in the entire state back in, I think it said like the 30s or something. And that airport was a stopover point for Charles Lindbergh on a flight across America in the spirit of St. Louis, which is pretty cool. On a slightly less positive note, the town also housed about 1,500 Japanese Japanese American citizens in internment camps during the war. So that's not quite as positive a history, but all the same, definitely an interesting town with an interesting history. But yeah, this morning I woke up early, captured the sunrise. We'll roll that. So that's the sunrise just right behind the hotel here. And meanwhile, I thought I'd just kind of catch you up on my feelings about the trail. I didn't really do a pre-trail check-in for the Appalachian Trail last year, but I thought I'd just kind of lay out some thoughts. So yeah, so I'll be beginning tomorrow at the boot heel, hoping 4 or 5 days to get back to Lordsburg, and then continuing north from there through Silver City and onwards. One of the first things I'm really looking forward to is going to be the Gila River. That's technically an alternate off the Continental Divide, but it's definitely an alternate that the vast majority of hikers take. So Gila River I'm looking forward to. That'll be fewer than 200 miles. And kind of the kickoff for that is going to be the cliff dwellings just out that way. So that'll be really neat. So Gila River is what I'm definitely looking forward to in New Mexico, and it'll be nice to have like a natural water source instead of wells. Moving on from New Mexico, though, kind of one of the big questions for me and probably most other folks starting the trail around this time is going to be the San Juans in southwest Colorado. So the final town in New Mexico that's kind of like the jump off, the kind of the unofficial jump off point for the 14ers in the San Juans in Colorado. That town is Chama, C-H-A-M-A, Chama, in kind of northwest New Mexico. And pretty much that's where I'll get a lot of my cold weather gear delivered. There's a 0-degree bag and some ice cleats and ice axe. But Chama's definitely going to be, you know, kind of by Chama I have to have an idea of whether I'm going to have to be forced to take the Creed cutoff and avoid the worst of the San Juans, or whether I'll be able to bear west and take a big bite that goes out through the San Juan Mountains and over the 14ers in Colorado. I should say over some of the 14ers in Colorado. But so that's kind of two of the big things I'm looking forward to here on this first half of the trail, is hopefully getting to the Gila River pretty soon, and then kind of pushing through some of the rest of New Mexico, which is going to be almost an 800-mile state, to get up to Chama and reassess whether I'll be able to embark through the San Juans or what I'm going to do exactly. So second half of the trail, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to pretty much everything. I mean, the Bob Marshall Wilderness, Yellowstone, I am going to be taking, at least at this point, I plan on taking an alternate that'll take me through to see Grand Teton. I'm kind of leaning towards skipping Idaho and taking what they call the Big Sky Cutoff up in Montana, but I think we'll kind of see how that goes. That's a long ways away, so, you know, everything can change. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of some of my thoughts so far. And as far as what I'm expecting from the trail, I'm definitely expecting this first bit to be profoundly challenging. You know, there's going to be multiple stretches of 20 miles or so without any water at all. So it's going to be heavy water carries, far water carries. And then there's like a 40-degree variance in temperature from day to night. So we'll have some decently warm days, maybe up in the low 80s, mid 80s. And then decently cold nights. I mean, when I woke up this morning, it was about 41 degrees. So, you know, that's a pretty significant shift. But luckily, it looks like it won't be quite as cold as I was fearing it might be, which was like down into the 20s and stuff. But, you know, 40s is still going to feel really cold, especially when it's 80 degrees by day. So I'm expecting this first bit to be pretty challenging, of course, as I'm working on getting my legs, and I'm working on getting comfortable hiking again. And it won't be helped by the heat, the dryness, and the sun. So that's kind of what I'm expecting from this first bit. And then aside from that, I mean, it's just going to be a challenging trail logistically as well. Such long stretches between towns, and, you know, just heavy carries and things. So anyways, that's probably all I got for today. I'll check in with you guys probably one more time. So there's Dimension Coffee.
Dimension Coffee.
Hey guys.
Hi. Hey, so nice to meet you.
What are your names again?
I'm Avery. This is Josh.
Avery and Josh. Cool. Well, I'm among the first hikers, I think, to come visit you.
You're the first one.
Hey, all right.
First one of the season.
First of the season. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for delicious coffee, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Check out Dimension right here across from the McDonald's, right next to where the Greyhound drops you off. So Yeah, good stuff. Thanks, guys.
Oh, really
Appreciate
appreciate
you.
it.
It's Beat, B-E-A-T. Yeah,
Oh,
Traveling
nice to meet
Beat.
you. I
So,
appreciate it.
yeah, have a good day, y'all.
Yeah,
I'll see
thank
you.
you. You too.
Cool, nice guys. All right, guys. Well, it's 7:45. Sorry I didn't do much filming today. It's 7:45 on the 2nd of April, and I'm just getting ready to turn in for the night. I did meet, let's see, like 4 more hikers today or something like that. I had dinner with Grasshopper and I think Susan, a lovely couple out of Maine. Grasshopper hiked the AT back in 1995, so before it was you know, Gut Hook and Far Out app and all that. So definitely pretty cool to meet a dude who hikes the trail as it was when it was. Yeah, I met those two. I met another fella named Honey Badger, who has already been to Crazy Cook. In fact, he did what Scout is doing, in that he left Lordsburg and then hiked to Crazy Cook and then took that shuttle back to Lordsburg. And I ran into him as he was leaving Lordsburg heading north. So that was cool. I was able to get a little bit of intel on the trail conditions. He said his feet are beat up, but his muscles are fine, no elevation, not a lot of water, and that the terrain is rocky. He compared it to Pennsylvania, which is not a comparison I'm thrilled to hear. But you know, that's what the trail is. So that's what we'll do. I might have met 1 or 2 other people today too. I can't even recall. But yeah, again, sorry not a lot of filming today. Got a couple postcards written, dropped those off. Called my sister, called my wife and my mom yesterday. Shot a text out to Jason, who helped me out so much on the AT last year. Howdy, Jason. Yeah, man, I'll tell you, it's April 2nd. I start April 3rd. And I'm feeling exactly as I wanted. I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling ready, man. So I'm excited as all heck. I'm gonna go ahead and get in here. I'm gonna, well, this is the first time I'll say it the whole video, but the whole trail, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump in here and process some video. And I'll check back with you all tomorrow. So, well, for you it'll be a week, but I'll be recording tomorrow and I'll see you in a week, I guess. So talk to you guys. Have a good night.
From a dream. And in that dream I heard a warning saying leave the rest, take only what you need. So keep on singing to those who listen, 'cause you can make it on your own. Time goes slowly, the world gets lonely.